Hey everybody, this is Jeff Loomis from the band Nevermore, Seattle, Washington. I'm glad to be back here with Guitar World magazine, and I want to tell you about our brand new record that's coming out called The Obsidian Conspiracy. It comes out next month, and we're very excited to start touring again. Basically, to give you a little lowdown about what the record's about, we had a producer by the name of Peter Witchers, who basically plays for the band Soilwork, which a lot of you may know, and also an amazing producer that mixed it by the name of Andy Sneap. So it's a great record. It's filled with 10 solid tracks, and we're very excited to be coming back out on tour again, so be looking out for us. Thank you. All the stuff on the new record was written fresh. You know, a lot of questions that are being asked right now is why did it take so long, you know, for Nevermore to come up with a new record? And it has been 5 years, but, you know, we toured for a long time on Godless Endeavor, you know, our last record. So I think that record came out in 2005. We toured on it till 2007. And after that, we kind of just needed to take a healthy break from one another, just because we've been together as a band for, you know, 15, 16 years. In that time, Warrell Dane, our singer, released a solo record, and I also released an instrumental record. And basically, we just kind of took the time to, you know, get healthy again and just be away from one another. And now we're back, you know, we're back doing it again. So here we go. It would have been very easy for us to come up with This Godless Endeavor Part 2. You know what I mean? It's like, it's very easy for me to write more complex stuff, but this time around, I really wanted to give our singer, Warrell, a little bit more room, so to speak, you know, a little bit more body of work that's less notey, you know what I'm saying? Something that'll come across to the listener as something more easier to the ear, you know? A lot of these tunes are, I think, just more catchy in a sense, just because the choruses come in quicker. Peter Witchers, the producer that did this record, really was beneficial in that fact of helping me structure the songs and making them just a little bit more cohesive and just, you know, making them less complicated in a sense. So I would give him like a 7 or 8 minute piece of music, you know, and he'd chop the fat out, so to speak, and just make it into a song that's just more catchy. And I don't know, it's a newer thing for us, I think, but I think it's going to be something cool, and I'm hoping and anticipating that the listeners out there will dig it as well. I think it's something new for us, and I think it'll be awesome. Normally, when there's a harmony section coming up within, you know, a lead part, I will harmonize it with another guitar player. Sometimes what we'll do too is Jim, our bass player, will have like a distortion unit, not necessarily a distortion unit, but like an overdrive to give it a bit more edge. So, for instance, when I'm doing a harmony part with the other guitar player, he'll kick that on so there's a little bit more rumble underneath, so it doesn't completely drop out. But yeah, I always, Nevermore, you know, we've written albums as a 4-piece, and I've written most of the music myself, but I'm always thinking about 2 guitar players, because that's just what the Nevermore sound is. And you know, we have struggled in the past, of course, with trying to find the right guitar player in this band, and we've gone through so many of them. But I think we found the right guy this time around, and I think, you know, we're coming back as a solid 5-piece again, so it's going to be really killer. Attila, yeah. Attila is basically our new touring guitarist for the summer festivals. We're taking our time with it this time. We don't want to say, hey, this guy's in the band right now, you know, because we've done that before in the past, you know, with guitarists that have been in Nevermore for short periods of time and then disappeared. But we're taking our time with this one, and we're going to tour with him over the summertime for European festivals. And we'll see where it goes from there. Hopefully everything will work out. But he's awesome. He plays every Nevermore riff, you know, as if it were just like I was just playing it. You know, he's so good. And we're really excited to have him be a part of the band. Yeah. The gear that I'm using right now is basically, I was using the Engel SE, the special edition head, which a lot of people know is just a very, very I don't want to say a complicated head, but for me as a musician, I don't really need that much. So I kind of switched recently, and now I'm using the Savage 120, which is just a brilliant, brutal, honest amp, and it's very easy to use. As far as that, I mean, I'm just plugging in directly at the moment. Sometimes I'll use an overdrive for leads in the studio, which is a Maxon overdrive, but most of the tone just comes from my fingers, man. The guitars that I'm using are the Jeff Loomis signature guitars by Schecter, and it's now being introduced in satin black, which is, it's coming out, I think you can pre-order it right now, but it'll be out like next month. 707 EMGs, Floyd Rose, or it also comes with the option of just the standard bridge. One volume knob, and there you go. Maple neck, which I think has a much brighter sound, and these cool inlays. And very, very big Dunlop frets, which I always have used just simply because I just like that smooth feel, and you don't really feel much wood behind it. Just very good for bending and stuff like that. Strings and picks, Strings. For strings, I use, it's funny because I was using Ernie Ball 10 through 52 and a 70 gauge on the bottom, which is extremely heavy. But I started noticing that I started having some, I don't know, tendinitis problems or something. Like my fingers just didn't seem to work right. So I kind of figured that it was just because of the heavy tension of my strings. So recently I just lightened it up a bit, and now I'm using 9 on the top and a 46 on the bottom. And on the very, very bottom, I'm using a 64. So it just kind of makes me be able to bend the strings a little bit easier without it being so taut feeling, you know? And it's better for me. And I'm still able to hit chords very, very hard without it fluctuating sharp, you know? So it's still nice on the deep end, so I like that. I'm down 1/2 step, yeah. Yep. My plectrum, yeah. Jim Dunlop has made me these picks for quite some time now. They're 2mm Sharpie picks. So I like the Sharpie because it gives me more accuracy within my picking, and it also gives me quite a bit of attack when I'm actually hitting the string, so I get more of that clicky noise when I'm playing leads. It's weird because it's one of those things where if you actually dig too deep, you know, you're not going to be able to hit the string correctly, and it's going to kind of not give right, you know. So you just got to use the very, very tip of it, and it kind of just helps your overall picking in general. Most people that I give these picks to try out, they're like, man, you know, that's cool, and they usually end up using them. So I don't know, give them a shot, man. They're 2mm Sharpie Dunlops by Jim Dunlop. I'm always like changing my picking from time to time with different things that I'm utilizing on the neck, different scales, different feels or whatever. I mean, there's a lot of players out there that stick to one style of picking, like Al Di Meola is always, you know, down, up all the time. But I don't know, I'm actually using, you know, up and down strokes a lot for lower things. So a lot of times I'm utilizing economy picking when I'm coming down in a scale, where I'll start with an up pick. So it'll just be up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then when I'm coming up on a scale, I'll do a lot more alternate just to get the more deep digging kind of thing. So I kind of switch it up a little bit, using economy picking, alternate picking, and legato in there as well too. Just whatever feels good to me at the time, you know? So I'm never doing one style of picking. It's always like 3 different kinds.